Welcome to 75 Stories, a podcast created to commemorate the 75th anniversary of Normandale Lutheran Church in Edina, Minnesota.
How I've seen the choir programs in an active church, I believe, they're a church within a church. They're a community. Especially now, with churches struggling, it's so important to find organizations that have members have likes and similar things to do, and I think that's where all along my ministry was trying to provide community, people having to see everyone, not just have them come to choir, but to see them as human beings, as holy people. That's part of my tenet of my faith, is just to believe that everyone is an image of Jesus, and we just have to look for that in them and help support that. I've seen friendships grow tremendously from that. Often people are so busy that they have no chance to spend time in casual conversation or deep conversation with people they see every week. So that was the beginning of why I felt spending time on choir tours, whether they're international or if they were here locally, both with the youth choirs and with the adult. You can be moved deeply by some of the repeated texts that happen, by being able to sing the same anthem until it is part of your soul. And that's what, again, choir tours where you would sing the same music many, many times, that gets into your soul. I always tell young singers, sing in a church choir. It's good for your soul. Some of my favorite memories, obviously, are on some of the tours. And I remember specifically one incident in 1992 in Austria. Two members of the choir who were busy in their professions, FBI Director Paul Ellefson and Dr. Frank Norman. They were just overwhelmed with their work, and we got on this trip, and we were in a German, Austrian beer garden for dinner. The whole choir was singing, and there was an octet of Austrian men that sang with us, and Paul and Frank got up on a table and directed some American songs. And the visual that I have of them and the memory I have is they were so relaxed and so supportive of each other, but just enjoying the life that they were. It was a special event. I see that. That's the first thing that pops into my mind. The youth choir, again, building community for the kids, that can be a lifelong friendship. And those choir trips where we would be staying in host families' homes and come back and get on the bus the next day, and the kids would talk about, oh yeah, we had a great host. And somebody else would say, well, maybe not so great for us, but just the time spent, the bus time. We would always spend a 24-hour bus ride or close to it to get another section of the United States. And, those are great and fond memories. And then, of course, the two small ensembles that I took to both Peru and Bangladesh, those are memories that those kids will have for the rest of their life. One of the main tenets, again, that I've had in my work at Normandale and how I see working in the church is to be genuine, and sincere, no matter the humor or whatever it might be, the seriousness, and to do the right things for the right reasons. I think sometimes it's easy working for the church to do the right things, maybe not for the noblest of reasons, but it might be to manipulate a little bit. So it was important for me to try to do the right things for the right reasons.
We are so glad you joined us today here at 75 Stories. If you'd like to share your own story, please contact Christy Shepard at kshepard@normluth.org. Join us next week for another story, and share this podcast with your friends and family. We are all part of the Normandale community.